You want a personal example? Because
Yes,
honestly,
please. Personal as
sometimes, okay. So sometimes people, when I do professional development training for teachers, they don't always appreciate it when I go out of the professional examples. But this really is all about who we are as human beings too. So this
absolutely.
little example, I have permission to share this from my husband, and it involves me. So he loves sailing, and he's always got these little tiny boats. They're called lasers, and there's only room for one person on them. And he thought, wouldn't it be great if we went on a family holiday, and for a week we chartered a boat, like a big boat that you can take for a whole week, overnight too. So he looked it up online, and he found out that they cost an astronomical amount of money just for 1 week, like $4,000. And he goes, oh my goodness, we'll never be able to do that. And he, in the moment, he was taking a success seminar, and he was learning the be, do, have. And he wanted to be successful. So he asked himself, what would a successful person do in this situation? Now, every winter he goes to a boat show, and there's these gorgeous big boats set up in this huge arena. And so he went to the boat show, and he walked all over these different kinds of boats, and he talked to the people selling them, and of course they cost big bucks. But then he noticed right next to where they were selling them, when there was a little booth, and it was the Canadian Yacht Charters, and they rent boats. And he went to them and he said, what kind of boat would you need in your fleet so that it could be rented every week in the hottest weather? And he said, that one. We have one other boat in the fleet like that, and it's rented every week. So then he did a whole bunch of other homework before he called me from the boat show. And he said, Margaret, I'm thinking of buying a boat. And I'm like, no, do you realize you have to spend every weekend maintaining that thing, and how much it costs to buy a slip at the harbor? And I had all these questions, and he was able to answer every one of them because he had already done his homework, because that's what a successful person did, and he knew it. So then the next step was for me to go down to the boat show, and we walked all around this one boat. It has 3 little bedrooms in it, holds 6 people. It's gorgeous. Got an upstairs, downstairs, and we bought it. And we never thought we could ever do something like that. But it worked out because he had this attitude, and it was totally not him to do that. But because he got the idea that you have to be first, and then you can think of creative ways to do, and then you can have. And so he did it, and he just followed the steps that he knew he had to do, and he maintained that mindset. And that's what did it. And he thanked those seminar leaders later, saying, this would never have happened if I didn't learn the be, do, have.
And so I'm so curious now, do you rent out the boat to other people too?
We have it. Yeah, thank you. We have it in the beginning and the end of the summer season. And it's in the charter program where they look after it completely, and they rent it every week in the summer season. And so we get it a little bit in the shoulder season.
Yeah.